Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Boston Red Sox video here on the New England Sports Nation YouTube channel here on YouTube. Welcome back to another Boston Red Sox video. Wow, the Boston Red Sox just keep on rolling. Let's go, Red Sox. Man, what a 2 months this has been for the Boston Red Sox. This is the best 2 months of Red Sox baseball we have seen in the last 4 years. The Boston Red Sox, and mainly this video is about the Boston Red Sox destroying the New York Yankees in a series once again this season. The Boston Red Sox just wrapped up a 4-game series at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and the Red Sox won the series 3-1. The Boston Red Sox are 8 wins and 2 losses against the New York Yankees in the season. So the Red Sox have already won this season series. The Red Sox have 3 more games against the Yankees. They will play the Yankees again in mid-September in a couple weeks before the season is over. And wow, this is obviously going to be another great positive Red Sox video because they've deserved it. The Boston Red Sox. The last Boston Red Sox video I made was 3 weeks ago when the Boston Red Sox, for the first time this season, and for the first time in 4 years, were in the number 1 spot for the wild card with home field advantage. And guess what? They are still there. It's been 3 weeks. I recorded that video in the first couple days of August. It's now about to be September next week, and we're still in the first place in the AL wild card. Second place is the New York Yankees. Third place is the Seattle Mariners. Wow. I mean, the Red Sox were in second place about a week ago, but they jumped back to first because of how good they did against the Yankees this week. So as I'm recording this right now, it's August 25th, 2025. The Red Sox are in first place in the American League wild card. The Boston Red Sox record right now, they are 71-60 on the season, 11 games over 500. The Red Sox start a 4-game series against the Baltimore Orioles tonight. Bernardino is on the mound tonight. It's probably going to be a bullpen game for the Red Sox tonight, which will be really interesting. That kind of makes me a little nervous because I think the last time we did this, it was a while ago. But I think the last time we did this, I don't think it ended well that I remember. But Bernardino has a good ERA. It's about 2.5, record of 4-2. So if we had to pick someone from the bullpen to start, I would pick Bernardino, and that's what the Red Sox did. So that's actually, I give the Red Sox a thumbs up for that. Hopefully Bernardino can come through tonight. And then we'll have a regular pitching rotation for the rest of the series. We have Giolito, Bello, and then to end out the series, it's Crochet. So I feel really good about this series. We just played Baltimore before the Yankee series. It was a 2-game series. We lost both. So hopefully we can at least win this series 3-1. Because sweeping a 4-game series is always hard. So yeah, hopefully we can win it at least 3-1. Especially that Baltimore beat us twice. Alex Bregman, I mean, that was one of the best series he's ever had probably this year on the Red Sox. I think he was 9 for 17 in that series, something like that. He got, I think he had more hits than he got out in that entire series. I'm not even kidding. Or it was 50-50. Whatever it was really good. It was a lot of hits. It wasn't a lot of homers. It was a lot of hits. Still really good, though. Trevor Story had a homer in that series. Roman Anthony had a homer and a double. It was almost 2 homers, but it bounced off the top of the wall. Overall, just another fantastic series against the New York Yankees. This is the most dominating I've seen this team play the Yankees. I don't think I've ever seen the Red Sox be 8-2 against the Yankees in the regular season in my lifetime. Because the last time the Boston Red Sox were in this position against the New York Yankees in the regular season was 2009. And I would like to say that was the last time the Yankees won the World Series. Now, I'm not saying the Yankees are going to win the World Series this year because I don't even think they're going to make it close to the World Series because I don't know what's going on with them. This season compared to last season is 50 times worse. And it's not just because they have a worse record than they did from here and last year. But if you watch their games, they be doing the stupidest errors of all time. If you just watch the Red Sox series, as a plane flies above me, hopefully you can hear me, They benched Volpe last night. That's how bad it was. And I'm not saying it's just Volpe. The Yankees have made other errors with other players, but it's mainly Volpe. So they benched him yesterday, and that's probably one of the main reasons why they won. And because we had Dustin May on the mound, and Dustin May is not the best pitcher. Especially when we got him, he wasn't even a starter on the Dodgers before he came here. And we just sent Walker Buehler. Breaking news, I didn't even mention this yet. Walker Buehler is now out of the starting rotation. I never mentioned that on the channel. I'm pretty sure you guys were aware of that. It's like a couple days old now. We also sent Abraham Toro down to AAA. And also, this was really old news that I didn't really talk about in the videos. Maybe I have. I don't remember talking about it, so I'll just say it now. The Boston Red Sox have signed Roman Anthony to an 8-year deal for $120 or $130 million, which is great. Great player, having an amazing rookie season. Got called up a couple months ago, back in June, and he's got already like 5 homers, 20 RBIs, batting like .250. So, and he's 21 years old, not to mention. So, 21 years old with those stats is just absolutely amazing. So, absolutely love Roman Anthony. And obviously the Bregman pickup in the offseason last year, or this year, technically it was this year. Great sign there. Overall, the Boston Red Sox look like they're in a really good position. Now, some of you might be thinking, can the Boston Red Sox win the division? I'm a little bit on defense of that. I'm a little bit on defense with that because for this week, all I've been seeing is that whenever we win, the Blue Jays win because the Blue Jays are in first place in the AL East. And every time we lose, the Blue Jays lose. So we're not really gaining a lot of ground on the Blue Jays. And we only have one more series against the Blue Jays for the season. And that's not until the second to last series. Because after this Yankee series, which, I mean, we're already past it, so I should say, starting now, the Boston Red Sox have a really easy schedule from now all the way until a month from now. Exactly a month from now. Because the season ends like September 30th. And our last 2 series are really hard. I hope that our playoff chances in general do not come down to those final 2 series. Because the final two teams we play in the regular season are the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. That's not fun. So, hopefully, the goal for the Boston Red Sox in September, the main goal is to clinch a playoff spot. If it's wild card division, I mean, obviously we can still win the division. You can win the division until that first place team clinches, obviously. But for right now, we're not gaining any ground on the Blue Jays, and we don't play the Blue Jays until a month from now. We only have 3 more games against them. So and right now we're 5 games back. So if we're behind 5 games when we play those last 3 games against the Blue Jays, it's not really going to matter to try to catch up to the Blue Jays because the math doesn't work there. So the main goal for the Red Sox, in my opinion, is that you clinch a playoff spot before you play the Blue Jays and the Tigers at the very end of the season. Because if that happens, then you don't have to worry about that. You won't even probably have to play your starters in that series. And nothing would be on the line because you already clinched the wild cards. If you already clinched a playoff spot, wild card spot, whatever you clinch. Just clinch something in the playoffs before those 2 series. That's the next goal I want the Boston Red Sox to do. If they can do that, then this is a great season, no matter what happens in the playoffs. Even if the Red Sox don't win a game in the playoffs. That is a great step forward for this team because this team has missed the playoffs in 2022, 2023, and 2024. They've missed the playoffs 3 seasons in a row. It's been 4 years. The last time they made it to the World Series, The last time they made it to the playoffs was 2021. The last time they made it to the World Series was 2018, and we won it, obviously. Everyone knows that. But what I meant to say is that the last time the Boston Red Sox made it to the playoffs was 2021, when we had Kyle Schwarber and Kike Hernandez and Christian Vasquez on the team and Xander Bogaerts, which we should have never got rid of, but we all did. But, I mean, I can complain about that all I want. I mean, even if the Boston Red Sox are a good team, I'm still going to complain about that because look what Kyle Schwarber's doing on the Phillies. Bogaerts is doing decent on the Padres. I think he was a little better on the Red Sox, but he is getting older. Vasquez, I mean, the main thing is Kyle Schwarber. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, back to the 2021 playoffs with the Red Sox. The Boston Red Sox, the last time they made it to the playoffs, they had the number 1 spot in the wild card. They played the Yankees. They beat the Yankees. They went to the ALDS, beat the Rays out of 5, and then went to the ALCS against the Astros and lost 4-2. The Boston Red Sox were only 2 wins away from the World Series in 2021 as a wild card team. And we played the Yankees then. And we destroyed the Yankees that game. If the playoffs started today, the Red Sox would have the top wild card spot and play the New York Yankees again. It would be the same thing as the 2021 wild card. But that's only if the playoffs started today. Will that end out that way a month from now? Because we still have a month left of the season? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think that's going to do it for this Red Sox video. Red Sox continue to play great. If they do that for one more month, the Boston Red Sox will finally be back in the playoffs for the first time in 4 years. So, like I said, the next goal for this team is to clinch a playoff spot before we play the Blue Jays and Tigers for the final 6 games in the regular season. So the season would end around September 30th. So 6 days before would be the 24th. So the Red Sox, I want the Boston Red Sox to clinch a playoff spot no later than September 23rd. If the Boston Red Sox can clinch a playoff spot on September 23rd or before, this is a great season no matter what happens in the playoffs. That's what I'm going to take away from this season. Even if we don't win a game, I'll be disappointed, obviously, and I'll be sad, but I won't be ranting about it like I did with, the Bruins and Celtics last year, which you probably all know how that went. So it's not going to be like that if the Red Sox make it to the playoffs before we play the Blue Jays and Tigers. We'll see what happens as we get into September. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go Red Sox, Patriots, Celtics, and Bruins. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.